Why do I have gay gnomes on my search history?
Well, it might have to do with the one that you sent me that was a rainbow while giving me the bedroom eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you.
Hey, Internet! Highway 47 has rounded the bend, and we reached all the way up in that bird, pulled everything out, and then just cooked it to death. And now it's Friday. I'm Shaggy B, and with me is Dracofunk.
Hey, I'm here. I'm in the post-Thanksgiving mood, but that was a month ago by the time this comes out.
That's right. So Merry Christmas, and hopefully, you're doing well, because we see the signs today on November 16th of a blossoming COVID surge, and
November
it will be
26th.
November 26th. I'm sorry. It will be an interesting month, and I hope that when this comes out, that you, whoever you are, wherever you are doing fine, or being safe, and that all is well. And of course, that you have a Merry Christmas as safely as you can, or you don't because you don't celebrate Christmas. In which case, do whatever you want. I mean, it's you've only got one life to live, and now's a good time to remember that and to enjoy it. And to that end, it's a 4-drink minimum tonight. And we are watching, for our Christmas special on the 4-drink minimum, we are watching Gremlins. Didn't see that coming, did you? Except it's on the thumbnail.
Yeah, they
That's
totally
right.
saw it coming.
And the title, yeah, whatever. Anyway, Dracofunk, you're going to tell us all about it.
So Gremlins came out in 1984. Has an IMDb rating of 7.3.
Okay, making it the best movie we've watched in ages. We've been watching Lower Decks, which has high ratings, but that's a different thing. Yeah, okay, so 7.4. I've never seen this movie. It would be nice to get the references to it, because I am of the age where everybody around me has seen it, except for me, and it's apparently pretty quotable. But, So I'm looking forward to this.
This is one of those movies that I'm surprised you haven't seen. And then I
Yeah.
remember that you haven't. There's a lot of movies you haven't seen, but
Yeah. It's like, I see the weird ones, I go out of my way to find strange movies, and for the stuff that everybody sees, somebody has to sit me down and make me watch it. Which is what we're doing right now. So here we go.
Speaking of sitting down and watching it, as you said, this is a 4-drink minimum. What are you drinking?
Well, I have 2 drinks. I have 2 different drinks with me tonight. I have about half a bottle of Winking Owl California Merlot right here with me, and because that does not add up to 4, I also have an experiment, which is about a 10-second pour of cranberry vodka into one of those those squeeze bottles, like the Mio squeeze flavor bottle things.
Yeah.
Sweet tea flavor of that, and then filled up with water. And I've never done that before, so I don't know how that's going to taste, but I'll give it a taste test right now.
All right.
That's actually pretty good. That's legitimately actually pretty good. Which, now that I think about it, kind of makes sense, because you know the story of the time I bought a 5th of sweet tea vodka.
Yes.
And I just sat down and started watching TV, and then after a couple episodes of whatever I was watching, the bottle was empty because it just went right down, and I don't really remember the rest of the night. So I guess that does kind of make sense that would happen. But yeah, I'm doing the minimum. How long's it been? I don't know. What are you drinking, Dracofunk?
Well, I am actually on vacation. I am out of town. I am in a suite on the 4th floor, And tonight I am having a Caucasian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or as they're normally called, a White Russian.
Yeah, but don't say Russian down south, or they'll think you're a communist.
Oh crap!
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I didn't. I've never gotten drunk in like, you know, in like the deep south, like with natives. I don't think, which is weird because I lived there for like 5 years.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, next summer Highway 47 gets drunk with Southern natives.
Oh boy. Well, we'll see about that. Um, but yeah, enjoy your White Russian. I haven't had a White Russian in years.
Let me take a drink here.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I've been enjoying several White Russians vacation.
Well, good. See, now I'm just gonna picture you in like an olive green V-neck T-shirt and like cargo shorts and flip flops.
I'm sure
Yeah, close enough.
close enough.
Narrator: Dracofunk records all episodes of Highway 47 stark naked. And on that bombshell, I think we should start the movie Gremlins, don't you?
Please,
Yeah. Well, how are we watching it first of all?
DVD. So, put your DVD in the DVD player and hit the play button, to start the movie, and then pause it and wait for Shaggy B to give you a 5-second countdown, and then start it, and we'll be all synced up.
That's right. Make sure your counter is set to 0 and your pants are set to zipped and your drink is set to full so that this can just go as smooth as it ever can.
Yes, because halfway through, we're going to ask you to unzip your pants.
That's true. And what happens after that is really just up to you.
Yeah, as long as it's, not after midnight, we'll be fine.
That's true, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, let's get this thing going. Are you ready, sir?
I am as ready as I'm going to be.
All right, let's see if my thing will work. I think like the last 6 or 7 episodes we've had to restart because my thing's messed up every time. But anyway, I tried this time to make sure it wouldn't. So here we go. This is Gremlins, and we're starting it together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Yep,
Mine
it worked.
started.
Yeah.
I know the last couple times I could go to edit something and
Yeah. I tried more this time. I even polished the DVD so it worked better. That's me in the spotlight. Losing my religion.
somebody does.
My kid. Hey, a gremlin. Wonder how many AMC gremlins are in this movie.
Would you buy your children something
I
from this store?
mean, how old are the children, first of all? Like adult children? Like toddlers? No. But like if I had like a teenager who was super into, this sort of design or something, then yeah, totally. I mean, that's a really cool chess set. If I had a kid who like was really into chess, I'd totally buy that chess set for him. Or if my kid was really into smoking weed, I might buy. Wait a minute. Don't show him. Oh, okay. Oh no. You know, actually, that thing seems kind of useful.
I don't know.
Halitosis. The old tooth stink. Nope. Kid's standing there like, should I tell him that Grandpa's deaf?
Hmm.
Dude, there's a blue light in the box.
Yeah.
Mogwai. I've heard that word before. What about for a dozen of these toothbrush robots?
It's a lot of candles.
He smokes a lot of weed. Here's 50 cents. You made a joke about that earlier
Yeah, I did.
with the pants thing.
Rockin' Ricky Rialto?
Who definitely isn't Indiana Jones.
Yep.
And that definitely isn't, oh, what the is the name of the town from Back to the Future?
Hill Valley.
Hill Valley. Really looks like that town.
It might actually be. Because isn't Hill Valley was just a redress of the theater studio set.
Mm-hmm. Why's the flag backwards on his jacket? Hey, Dick Miller.
Yeah. Scott Brady.
Yeah. Jerry Goldsmith.
Oh yeah.
It's like a smorgasbord of 80s people. Oh man, my Volkswagen. Alright, Fido, go jump it. Smoke. As though it got hot enough. Hey, it's Dick Miller. So we had a '78 Dodge, right? When I was
Yeah.
like, born and like fairly young, and it had a slant six, right?
Yeah.
Which had this hilarious design flaw where they routed the intake, like they routed the exhaust like like
Hmm.
over the intake and sandwiched it between, the exhaust and the engine block. So like, you know, the air coming into the carburetor would be like really hot and would like vaporize the fuel before it got to the carburetor. And
Uh.
like if like you couldn't start the engine with it warm, like it would just vapor lock terribly all the time. And that was like every slant six for like years. And that was extremely American and very much contemporary to this movie. So I beg to differ, Mr. Dick Miller.
So this was shot at the Universal backlot.
They did a really good job with the salt on those cars then.
So yeah, this was the same place they filmed Back to the Future.
Sweet. So it is Hill Valley.
Yes.
That's your burglar alarm?
So he works at a bank,
Yeah.
and he just puts his dog under the.
What's it gonna do? Eat the money? At the sock hop? 1955? Some guy playing Johnny B. Good?
Hmm.
I'm the bitch of the movie.
Yep.
Synthesizers me and I'm the villain. Burger King. It's sad. I'm gonna
Yeah.
drink more.
So this came out the same day as Ghostbusters.
Oh, cool. So there's like another Ghostbusters movie that just went into theaters today, and I know this because there's like a 2-minute YouTube ad that runs before every like third video that I try to watch.
Wait a minute. Huh.
Man, old people are assholes, you know?
Yeah. And your little dog, too. Oh, wait.
Jeez. That's quite a drawing.
So this movie came out in June.
June.
Who is he?
I don't know.
It's gonna bug me for a second.
Until you Google it. Yeah, he's 23, all right.
Cable.
Cable.
Ugh.
See how I disrespected the woman? That makes me a cool guy.
And I'm naked. Wait,
Ho, ho. Hey,
that's
tomatoes.
his mom.
Yes, it is. You should watch the onions while you cut them, not the TV. Like, you'll cut your finger. Like, look at what you're cutting, please. Oh. Watch your hand while you're cutting, please.
It's fine.
No, it's not. Gene Roddenberry. You know, kind of, sort of. I'm not. I'm not entirely convinced that isn't Gene Roddenberry. So I
Yeah,
assume, being a technologically savvy and responsible person, that you've switched your home to most or all LED bulbs at this point, right?
yeah.
Do you still only buy the dimmer ones, or have you like managed to not have the regular LED bulbs die? Because it seems like every time I buy the ones that aren't dimmable, they die within like a week. And so I have to buy the dimmable LEDs because like house wiring is just designed for a light bulb that can take variable voltage. You know,
Um,
or am I the only one that has that experience?
I haven't had any of them die.
You haven't? Like I've straight up quit buying the ones that aren't specifically dimmable. Like I only buy the dimmable ones now because I apparently everywhere I've lived the past like I don't know 8 or 10 years has just had inconsistent voltage.
It's also possible that I have some of the not the regular, but the coiled ones. What are
Oh,
those
the
called?
CFLs?
Yeah, I might have some CFLs too that just haven't died yet.
Yeah. In my hometown, in Vomit's hometown, in Scradrick's hometown. I had a job there for a while where I was responsible for like a meeting space, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I was the person who ran the that room. Well, two different ones, but anyway, I was the person in charge of those spaces. Whenever things would happen there, I ran it and I took care of all the stuff, and had to replace some light bulbs, and
Mm-hmm.
and they were CFLs. This was like 2008 or so everything was still CFLs and it wasn't LEDs yet. And I remember like because you can't just throw those away because they're full of mercury and stuff, just like fluorescents. And I was trying to figure out where to dispose of them around there. And the best advice I could get was go to a hardware store and ask them. So I go to a hardware store, and I shit you not, I go in and I ask the guy, at the counter, and he looks around the store and then he leans into me and he says, tie him up in a Walmart bag and just bust him up with a hammer and throw him in the trash. That's what I'd do. I'm just like, you, man. So, long story short, I'm really glad that we moved on to LEDs.
Yeah.
I want to leave that thing is just cursing up a storm in there. You dumb son of a bitch! How many fucking times do I have to tell you not to flash me in the fucking face, you goddamn asshole?
Pretty much.
Don't 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 turn the sink on. Remember the thing that he also said? Oh man, do you remember those toaster style heaters in the walls?
Yeah.
Totally had one of those in the last place I lived. The place, the bathroom that had like the constant leak in the bathtub, like 6 feet away from the,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that place. They had one of those heaters in the wall, like right next to that.
So, do you think this kid's going to be responsible?
Nope. Actually, I think he will try to be, and a comedy of errors involving, other people with nefarious intentions will ensue, and that will be the problem. The orange robot.
I think it's supposed to be a juicer.
Are the oranges holding it up?
I don't think so.
You're supposed to peel the orange before you.
No.
Hey, it's working. Go, go. No. Oh, 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 oh.
Is that mouth?
Mouth?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, you should just shut the up. It's a lot easier.
I'm pretty sure that's mouth.
Road Warrior.
Yeah.
Mm. In my cool 80s teenager attic.
So Pete is Corey Feldman.
Nice. Just come on up here, little kid, and I'll take my shirt out. Wait.
Oh God, they're doing no.
You smell weird, kid.
So that is mouth.
Sweet.
I just saw something. I'm very, very sad.
Did you see the mouth?
No.
Did you see something that isn't a mouth?
There is a plan to do a second movie of a movie made in 1985.
That should not happen anymore. It's been 36 years.
I mean, it's rather that than a reboot. Uh-oh, he got wet.
Uh-oh. Congratulations, now you have 5 of them.
Are you having audio issues?
No, actually, I'm good. I think. Like, I see the thing growing and it's making weird noises. The dog made a noise.
Hmm.
Seems to be correct. Oh, hey, I was right. 5. That's... I'm not too big a fan of the way these things are hatching. It's a little uncomfortable. I'll know when they speak if the audio is synced up correctly.
I'm not having a sync issue.
Hey, 5 new ones. Now the audio is fine. Oh,
He's all sad.
I didn't want children.
Oh, poor dog. Poor dog.
Aw.
Who did that to you?
Oh, if only it was maybe one of the 6 or 7 monsters I have. Ah, it's hammering and... That's a... What the f... Wow, Jesus. Don't get close to the coffee sprayer.
It. Mmm.
Mmm. Coffee tar. Did you see that Canada is releasing a big amount of maple syrup from its strategic maple syrup reserves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we have strategic nuclear reserves and oil reserves. Canada has the maple syrup covered.
That's right. You should maybe not keep making more of these things. I'm no scientist, but
He is.
he's the kind of scientist who puts on a tie without buttoning his shirt. George Killians. Oh man, a drunk Dick Miller?
Yep.
Awesome. He usually plays cops, like really cynical cops. I've never seen him drunk in a movie. Why are you letting him drive? So, fun fact, in 1984,
Yeah.
my father went to Japan.
Did he bring a gremlin?
I don't think so. But, you know, much later, obviously, he told me the story about how he, like my grandmother, like, even up till the day he left, kept trying to talk him out of it, going over there at all.
Yeah.
And her reasoning was, they still haven't forgiven us for the war. 40 years later. He says the only problem he had over there was that they got really mad at him when he asked for a fork in a restaurant.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that too. And I've never been to Japan.
I actually have.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm just saying that even I know that's a faux pas,
But I was pretty good with chopsticks, so that wasn't a big deal for me.
Right. Clearly he wasn't. I kind of wonder what he ate. Like, he was the kind of guy that, like, ham and bean soup, fried pork chop. That's kind of what he wanted to eat.
I guarantee you he ate something with seaweed in it.
I'm sure he did.
I got really tired of eating things with seaweed in it.
I like seaweed.
I do too, but I was getting tired of it. This was like a weekend,
That's fair.
and I'm like at this big party.
Mm-hmm.
Like all these places we went, they throw us these big parties.
Right.
So like there was like this big like convention center hall full of food that we can just have, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for something that's not seafood or that doesn't have seaweed in it.
Right.
And I find it like a plate of sugar cookies. I'm like, thank God. So I like picked up a sugar cookie and took a bite of it.
It tastes like seaweed.
And it had seaweed in it. It had like a piece of raw seaweed in the middle of it.
Awesome.
I was so disappointed.
Remember how awkward dating was when you were like young and stupid?
Yeah.
Now that we're old and stupid and we don't have to date anymore, we can laugh at them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm never going to speak to you again.
That's the modern day version.
Yeah. He's got all those shredded plastic bags in his hair, man. Meanwhile,
Evil scientist.
I'll show you. You keep reproducing.
It's gonna
It's
hurt.
gonna hurt. It always hurts. I don't want to watch. No, I don't want to watch that. I don't want
No.
to watch that. I'm not gonna watch that. No, don't quit doing it. Well, at least now I won't get COVID.
That guy's like, I'm gonna kill you.
You left a sandwich unattended. They're gonna take it and eat it later. That's how movies work.
Who leaves a plate of fried chicken just like
What's more, like I'm like kind of triggered by him just leaving a sandwich on the bed. Like, okay, that's not cool. But no, like I actually caught myself the other day because like I don't have pets, right? But I grew up with pets, and like I was like carrying my lunch into the couch to eat it on the couch because I'm a slob, and like like I had more things to carry than I had arms. You know what it is to be a person. And like I had my plate full of food, and I walk into the living room, and like there's no like place to put anything except on the couch. And I like had to force myself to be like, no, it's okay to put my plate on the couch because I don't have a dog or a cat that's gonna jump up and eat it by the time I get back. Like I can do that.
yeah.
Like I had to like talk myself into no, I can do that. It's okay. I'm the only person here. It's not gonna be a problem. We don't have animals.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. See, I told you.
Notice anything about that clock?
Yep. Didn't change. Man, a TV like that, mounted on like a stand on a wall, would
Hmm.
have been such a luxury in 1984.
I know.
Oh. Um, well, the vodka and tea is down. How far into this movie are we? About a
Um,
third. Okay. Uh, why is the child in there?
he just goes and hangs out wherever he wants.
Oh yeah, the 80s. That's right.
Yeah, remember the 80s? Like teens and kids just hung out with scientists all the time.
That's true. Yeah, nobody thought this was weird.
Didn't you hang out with your science teacher in the 80s?
I did not.
Or not even just your science teacher, just a random
Just
scientist?
just an adult. Hello, Mr. Person. I'm gonna hang out with you all the time. Okay. That's not strange.
Oh wow, a cordless phone.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, you haven't incorporated computers since 1984, so you're kind of f***ed at this point.
You're not gonna mention this, by the way?
Nah, it's fine. Wait, what are you doing at an electronics convention on Christmas Eve?
Oh, I can't talk to her. I really want that man behind her just to deck her.
Because I'll fucking kill your dog, because that's just a normal thing you say to people at the bank. That's right. Here's 20 bucks. I'm gonna fucking kill your dog. Ha ha ha! That school is really fancy for the 80s. They have like a big reel-to-reel projector.
You know what? I know I've seen, like, I was shown this exact video at school.
Oh, cool. Now we didn't have the reel-to-reels. We had the film strips.
We had some, I grew up in the 80s. Like, it was probably about 2 years after this that I saw it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Digging this part of the soundtrack here.
Jerry Goldsmith, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The box is way bigger on the inside than the outside. I mean, you're from the camera, I guess, so. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, I've never seen that video. Billy! Yeah, Billy! Come on down!
Meanwhile, at your house.
So you know the axolotl, that like little salamander thing that like looks all cute, it's smiling and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So those things like the research they've done into that, right, is that like that's the larval stage of that species, and they've evolved to like just never mature.
Hmm.
Yeah. And like they also found a way to like force them into their adult stage, and they look really weird when they do that. But they don't ever do that in the wild. They just stay in the larval stage.
Hmm.
So
My,
yeah,
my science teacher had one, so
that's cool.
he used to hang out at a tank right in front of us.
My seventh grade science teacher had a gerbil. Have I told you the seventh grade gerbil story?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Is that the one where it went flying across the room
It went
after
flying
it
across the
bit
room.
you?
Yes, there was a before class we were all misbehaving because what else do you do when the teacher's not in the room? And the rule was never open the gerbil tank or cage or whatever tank. The vat of gerbils. Don't ever do it. But of course we were, because that's the one thing we weren't supposed to do. And there was some kid, just like he had the little cover off, and he was like, messing with it, and he would try to jump out, and he'd put his hand over it, and he was just messing around. And I walked up, and I was walking up for the purpose of being like, "Come on, dude, don't do that." And like right as I got up there, somebody called the kid away. He's like, "Oh, here, put your hand over this," and he walked away like with the hatch that goes on it. So I had to put my hand on it, and I'm like, dude, you can't." And like as I was looking away, trying to protest, the gerbil bit my finger, and I flinched, and it was still attached. So yeah, gerbil flew up into the air, landed on the ground. Everybody saw it. Mass effort to chase the gerbil down, catch it, throw it in the cage. Right as the teacher walked in.
Speaking of the teacher, by the way.
Oh, he got sedated right up the ass. I hate apples.
I don't think that was a real apple.
Glass.
Remember in the 80s when you could just walk into a school you don't go to?
Yeah, man. Oh, God. reminds me.
That reminded you of something?
It did. Which again, you're gonna have to take this out.
I'm just going to take this knife. So he's got what? 5 up there? What's smoking? Actually, it's not smoke because it's going down, so that's got to be.
So here's a question: are they still Mogwai after they've transformed? Or are they Mogwai when they're cute and furry, or they're Gremlins when they're all weird and bigger?
Well, Mogwai is Mandarin for devil or gremlin.
Oh.
So,
No, you don't, because she cut the lines. You don't hear what they hear. You hear what I see. At some point in my life, somebody made me sing tenor on that song, and I'll never forgive them. Do you hear what I hear? Because I have to do it in falsetto. Stab the record player. Oh, wait, okay. No, God. Those are just about the mom pantsiest mom pants that were ever worn by a mom. Like, look how high that waistline is.
I know. I don't understand that. What's with that style?
I mean, if there's enough material there, it might be fine. You know. I mean, it's practical. Like if you had like, lady hips,
I guess.
you want like you want your pants to stay on.
Oh,
I fucking love gingerbread. That little mohawk guy who's now got spikes instead of fur.
yeah.
There's like a flaw on the film. Oh, never mind. Stab it. Oh, that works.
One down.
The surprising part is that she trusted the machine to work. Yeah!
Get him, Mom.
Mom's awesome.
2 down.
Really rooting for Mom now. What's that?
Cooking spray.
Microwave it! Yes! Dude, microwave has a blinker in it? Awesome.
3 down.
How does she know to only put it on for like 10 seconds? I would have put it on for like 10 minutes. Dude, Mom is fucking hardcore.
You had to be in the 80s.
Yeah, really. Well, with your kids hanging out with strange scientists all day. Just breaking into high schools. Trying to start Volkswagens in December.
Do you see what I see?
A star? Pincushion the out, or slash it. That's fine.
Oh.
Whoa! Oh, Tannenbaum! Oh, Tannenbaum! Boom, 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 boom.
Chekhov's sword!
You're gonna. Yeah, but I'm gonna turn into a gremlin now because it scratched me. Oh, there's Mohawk guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna get wet. Here, you explain it. I'll leave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He doesn't know what happened in the kitchen.
No. Is it in the washing machine? Where the water is?
No, it got thrown down the...
Ah, laundry chute. No, no, don't put me in the bag! Don't put me in the bag! I hate bags! Danger! Danger, Gene Roddenberry! Danger!
Whee!
I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Right back.
Don't piss on the Mogwai. At the YMCA. There it is. That's probably not good.
Alright, what'd I miss? Uh oh,
He,
that
he
didn't look good.
jumped. He went to the YMCA and jumped in the pool.
Oh, Mogwai did? The original one?
No,
Gizmo?
Mohawk.
Oh. That ain't good. Now they're all chlorinated. All right, Sergeant, call him over. Why are their flags backwards? The flag. Okay, when you
I
put a
know,
flag. Okay, you know. All right.
but the guy
Well, I'm
in the
drunk.
costume department didn't know.
So they have Red Crosses. So they're medics also. So they're EMTs and sheriff's deputies because they're 6-pointed stars. And their flags are on backwards.
Running down the
Ruh-roh.
street. So the studio executives claimed that there were too many gremlins
Too many gremlins in the what?
in this movie.
No.
Steven Spielberg went back and said, "Well, we can take them all out and call it
You call it what?
people."
And Dick Miller in any movie just makes me happy.
Those damn gremlins are messing with the TV.
The TV foreign? Bet it is.
See?
Yep. Hey, Zenith were really good in the 80s.
They were.
We had a Zenith VCR. It was this weird one. It had like the controls on the face of it, you know? Back when
Yeah?
VCRs had controls on the face as well as on the remote. Um it was like it was like an aluminum plate that was like cut out, like laser cut. And so you would just like flex it to one side or the other to like change the, like play was one side of the square and it like flexed one direction to activate the thing. It's hard to describe, but it was really sleek looking and really cool. And we would rent movies from the Zenith VCR dealer in town.
Uh-oh. Hey, this is the...
So if you're a gremlin and you get a star, instead of getting invincible, you get a killdozer.
That's right.
This
So
would have
this
been
is
a way better. This is how they should have made Super Mario Brothers. Oh man, Dick Miller should be in every movie. Ah, it's Louis DeJoy. Har har har.
so this is the like the iconic Gremlins theme,
Mm-hmm.
like Jerry Goldsmith.
That's a 48-star flag. Cool. Dun, 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 dun. Let me drive. Now you're drunk. You always get to drive because I'm the sheriff, asshole. At least they learned to hate her.
Yep.
So she must have been like the direct inspiration for Cruella de Vil, right?
Well, I mean, this technically came after the original 101 Dalmatians.
Did it really?
Yeah, had to be.
Huh. I'm curious now because I know I saw that movie in a theater, but it must have been a re-release, I guess. Okay, the live action was 1996. Which I did not see in the theater.
1961.
Huh. Okay, that's pretty great. Yeah. You know what they're not? A dog. Quick, spend money. It'll save you. Oh, wait. Deck 82, deck 96, deck 112. Bum, 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 bum.
They're not going to get out and check.
Cut the brake lines, cut the brake lines, cut the brake lines, cut the brake lines.
Don't try and help or anything.
Yeah, man. Well, maybe if he was enough of a patriot to have his flag on straight, he'd jump out there and help. You're dead.
Yeah.
The most effective defense so far.
Uh,
Yeah! Yeah! Crash into an insurance company.
bet that's not covered.
Man, the system, you know? I don't know. Hey, Mogwai, make the car start. Ooh, the Sapphire 9 radio.
So that inspired all the Dragon Ball Z abridged.
Yeah, I would say so. There's a whole fucking rack of cigarette packs up there, isn't it?
Yeah. Huh. It's a regular Friday night in the 80s.
That's pretty much what I still do on Fridays. That's what I'm doing right now. You know? Sitting calmly at my computer, drinking Merlot while chatting on Discord to, like, one of my best friends. Yeah, just like this.
Yeah.
So can gremlins get drunk? Okay, I guess they like smoking. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna drink more now.
Get it?
I get it. Yeah! Oh, they're playing as the Empire on that one? What? He's got an ace on his ear, nice.
Whoa!
Oh! It's the Louis Armstrong gremlin.
It's more of a Miles Davis.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad it did. Oh, hey, the Flashdance gremlin. How long is this scene?
I was just about to notice that.
Like it's still happening, and I mean it's all good jokes, but like break them up, like put something in between here.
She notices they don't like fire.
Ah, they don't like light either. Good thing you have a convenient Polaroid camera there.
Yeah, that has tons of flashes.
I don't really remember how many flashes cameras like that would put out.
That one looks like it has 4.
Really, I never had a Polaroid, but my grandmother loved them. Like
Well,
we could tell which side of the family our family photos were from by whether or not they were Polaroids or like, 35 millimeter.
well, some Polaroids had the bars that you put on, and it had 4 or 5 flashes on the top, and once they flashed, it would go to the next one, and they were single use.
Ah, okay.
Now, some of the more fancy ones had a light that would charge up. It would like
Okay,
charge a
yeah.
capacitor.
Yeah, from a battery. Okay. Yeah, my
Yeah.
grandma would have bought the fancy one. Well, he got his hot date at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, that slant 6. Quick, in here. It's a room.
This is entirely my fault. Like everybody that died, it's totally his fault. Oh god, I forgot about this.
Well, this is the best time. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Listen to her, you asshole. For 5 days? Ah, that's fucking horrible. And this is why you don't lie to children and make up Santa Claus. Like, just be honest. You know, so you have to do shit like that and die in a chimney. Oh, I doubt it was instant. I think they just told you that.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah!
It's a good thing he like showed, all that support for her reliving her worst memory.
I know. It's a good thing he stood there and listened attentively and comforted her instead of not paying attention and, like, trying to call people on the phone or something. Oh, wait, right. That Dodge Aspen right there looks like the Dodge Aspen we had, except a slightly different shade of brown. It won't start right now because it's vapor locked. I fucking guarantee you. Unless it has a V8. What's that? Someplace dark? Oh man. They only put doors like that on theaters. I fucking love Mike and Ike's.
All the gremlin words were ad-libbed.
I believe that. It's time to start the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to get things started on the Gremlin Show tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, sunglasses. Good idea. Yeah! I mean, you can't get too mad at them for this part. Like, they're just trying to have a nice movie on Christmas, you know, like any good Jewish family.
Yeah.
Do you know how to work one of those? No. Let's go there and magically figure it out. Okay.
Like, how does she know where it is?
It's, reasons. Fee, fi, fo, fitch. Uh,
Yeah.
that's okay. Are you gonna leave before you? All right.
Yeah.
Oh man, the Gremlins were on the other side at 8 frames per second.
Yeah, don't help her.
That'll do it. Yeah, it's fine. I braced it against the loosely packed snow.
It's fine.
Hey, Montgomery Ward. I haven't seen one of those ever. It's nice to see like a Montgomery Ward. Oh, never mind.
Huh.
Holding a knife, like I don't know how this is supposed to help me. The one that went to the candy store is like, I shall avenge you, my brethren. It's a real good thing that none of the snow like melts.
Yeah.
Just go through the door.
How are they sure that like none survived that whole explosion?
Let's fuck first, though.
I got a bat and I know how to use it.
I took my jacket off because I couldn't take my shirt off because it would have taken too long. Figure control record. Ah!
So, how many people have died?
Cruella de Vil, cops, maybe? The guy driving that truck?
Ricky, Rocky, Nut,
Ricky the Dragon Jones.
yeah. The scientist.
Right. Well, he's got sedated. We didn't see him die, did we? Unless he got enough, like, barbiturates up the ass to, like, totally take him out.
Well, the snowplow guy and his wife.
Snowplow guy and his wife.
The Santa Claus. The professor and the old lady.
Here on Gremlins Isle. Is it just me, or did they always end that song with the word isle instead of island?
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh.
No, buzzsaw blades. Why are those being sold in a toy store? Oh. Wait, no. Why? I think I had that tricycle. Oh, he's shutting down.
Oh.
Gonna melt snow. It's on his shirt. Ah!
Ow.
Kidney punch. Oh, tennis balls! Seriously, you might have, like, ruptured a kidney there. Light bright, light bright. I fell on the stairs because of a light bright once.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Um.
That's a crossbow. That's legit.
Oh.
Ow! Jesus Christ! Right in the fucking bicep. God, ow. And he's really using that bicep well for just having gotten shot in it.
You're not doing too good, dude.
What's it? The toy store chainsaw. Why? Is that? That's a really dull chainsaw.
Theoretically, the gremlin can't put in, enough weight behind it.
I mean, I have one of the shittiest chainsaws known to man. And I'm pretty sure it could cut through a baseball bat with zero pressure in about 2.5 seconds?
But that baseball bat has a plot core.
Fucking tungsten baseball bat.
Hey, Rock and Ricky survived.
Don't turn the hoses on them.
So did he rip that arrow out?
He must have, yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, I guess that, is it better in or out, Like sticking right in the middle of your bicep, I'd probably want it out if it was me. If I had to, like, keep fighting to survive. Why does it have a gun? Wait a minute, hold on.
It's the 80s. You could buy guns and sporting goods.
This is a Montgomery Ward, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, your sacrifice was completely in vain. Oh, wait, no, he's alive. Oh, hey, Dad. What happened? Yeah, fine. Okay, whatever. Don't keep acting surprised. Just be blank.
Hmm.
Gene Roddenberry cares what's going on. You can tell by looking at him. Stomp on it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Like, seriously, smash it to a million pieces. Don't let whatever's left of it stay in one piece.
I thought you were going to say, don't let the dog lick it up.
Also that. Alright, give us the cliffhanger. Oh wait, it's not. It's the 80s, right? They ended movies satisfactorily. Hey, I used to have a bunch of TVs with those, like, capacitive buttons like that. Like those little sliver buttons on the right side of that TV, they were just capacitive. Like you would just barely touch with the end of your finger, and it would activate the button and change channel. It was only for UHF, no VHF. So 2 through 13.
Oh yeah, that guy.
All right, the Chinese Undertaker. Oh well, if these guys could have spoken Chinese, they could have reasoned with him.
Mandarin.
Yeah, that's one of the versions of Chinese. Gene Roddenberry was not enlightened enough for a gremlin. That's the moral of this story.
Pretty much.
Me or the girl? No, me, because girls don't matter. It's the 80s. And understand Cantonese. What?
Bye, Billy.
No. Riley. Because I'm not dumb enough to get him wet. You know, my grandma bought a smokeless ashtray because my mom wouldn't quit smoking, and
Yeah.
it sort of worked.
Huh.
It didn't work well, but it sort of worked.
So if you can't feed them after midnight, like when can you start feeding them?
And once the sun comes up, oh hey, it's the matte painting from Edward Scissorhands. Well, not quite.
Hey,
Yeah,
this.
Corey Feldman. There he is. Well, I see why that movie is a cultural icon.
Mm-hmm.
I also Howie Mandel,
Yeah.
awesome. I also don't think I'll ever go out of my way to purposely watch it again.
I don't know. This is the most 80s theme Jerry Goldsmith ever wrote.
Yeah, I feel like he's like, okay, I can experiment with synthesizers on this one, and then he just kind of didn't ever do it again.
Yeah. So I've seen this a couple times, and it's been a while now.
Yeah, and Bob McDonald Sr., Bob McDonald Jr. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's not a bad movie. It's like I'd say it's an okay movie. It's like acceptable.
So out of 10, how would you rate it?
I think it fits into the sevens. It might be a 7.5. Yeah. Okay. So there's the Christmas bonus that like things get, stuff that you wouldn't necessarily like just accept,
Mm-hmm.
but you feel charitable around Christmas because we do that culturally. So in that context, yeah, 7.5 is that's an acceptable rating. It was good. It was executed well. It was a good concept executed well. There's nothing wrong with it. I think 7.5 works.
I would agree with you.
Yeah,
Totally, 7.5.
yeah.
I think they got away with, like, this was probably a pretty,
Oh, it was ambitious as all hell for 1984. Yeah,
yeah, but they got away with, you know, a small cast.
a small cast, a small amount of sets. Like it was all in that one little town.
Yeah.
The Back to the Future town. I think the premise is what it is really is the premise is solid enough that you would have had to really up the details to ruin it. And I think that's what really makes it. Like this was a good idea at its core.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as we've watched plenty of things that have managed to ruin good ideas and ruin good franchises, this was kind of that there was kind of a golden age of film, I really think, from 1976, 7 through about 1997, where you had the combination of very, very good writers who understood the format, understood the media, and permission from studios to do it right without, the marketing people getting in the way, and the right budget and skill set to make it all happen. And this is right in that butter zone of all of those things where they had the right idea and they found the right way to execute it and nobody stopped them, and they just pulled off a good idea in a decent enough way to make the whole thing work well.
I mean, this is Steven Spielberg, so.
Exactly. And that's not to say that like I don't believe that everything Steven Spielberg ever did was perfect. Like I'm not a fanboy of Steven Spielberg. Like he made a lot of really good movies, but he didn't make only really good movies, right? He made some that weren't so great. But I think this is one of his better ones of the ones I've seen. Like totally legit. Like I'm not going to go out and say everybody in the world has to see Gremlins, but if somebody asks me for a movie that it was done correctly, I probably will say this is a good example of a movie that was done right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, nice job. Well, and what better way to get into the Christmas spirit than by experiencing something that doesn't piss you off.
Yeah.
Right.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
Mele Kamiki Maki, fuck me. I'm sorry to the great people of the state of Hawaii for fucking that up. Great New Year times for the future. Happy don't have COVID. Good night, everybody.
Good night.